Is day 10 of our bucket list Alaska cruise aboard the Viking Venus, and today we're in our last port of Seward. And we're on the bus where the excursion Michael sorta wanted to do. Now I said sorta because the excursion he really wanted to do was go dog sledding on a glacier. But to get to the glacier, you have to take a helicopter. And helicopters and I don't mix well, as I discovered on my first and last helicopter ride in 2008. I must have been a bloodhound in a previous life because the entire flight, all I could smell was the fuel and it was making me queasy. It was a good thing we landed in a field to sightsee so I could get some fresh air before our return flight. While I urged Michael to go sledding without me so he could check that off his bucket list, he said he didn't want to experience it alone or with a stranger. He wanted me there. How sweet. So he found an alternative for us to both participate: Seavey's IdidaRide sled dog tours. And as we were making our way to the facility, Dan Seavey, the general manager, told us that on their way to pick us up, they spotted a mama moose and her calves, so we went looking for her before making our way to the dogs. Unfortunately, we didn't find her on our trip, but the tour after us found her and shared their picture with me. As you got closer to the kennels, you could really hear the excitement of the dogs. Then you could see their excitement as our musher tries to get them harnessed and ready for our ride.
Okay, boys, ready?
And we're off. We did stop to take breaks to let the dogs catch their breath, because it's warmer here than on the glaciers. But they do this in the summer as part of their endurance training to keep them in shape for the Iditarod. And because they aren't house dogs, they were bred to run and pull. They have to be active all of the time, not just during the Iditarod. It was amazing to see how the lead dog would look back at the musher as we're getting closer to the other races as if to warn her, hey, traffic jam up ahead. And we're back. And it's time to meet and thank our crew for an amazing ride.
If you guys are ready, we can head over to the most boring part of the entire tour, the puppies.
And I got a special treat. I got to hold one of the puppies. We then went inside and received an overview of the equipment, but Michael couldn't stop marveling at the numerous trophies that lined the room. The Seavey family, spanning 3 generations, has won a total of 9 Iditarod championships. Dan Seavey, the patriarch of the family, competed in the first Iditarod in 1973 and came in 3rd, and he raced 5 times in total. His son Mitch Seavey won the race 3 times, once in 2004, then in 2013 and 2017, and he still holds the record for the fastest running time, which he set in 2017. And Mitch's son Dallas Seavey holds the record for the most wins with 6 championships, winning in 2012, 14, 15, 16, and again in 2021 and 2024. While this wasn't the excursion Michael initially wanted, he was really pleased with how the day turned out and that we got to share it together. So would you change something on your bucket list so that you could spend time with a loved one rather than going alone? Thank you for joining me on my bucket list trip to Alaska. I hope it inspires you to get out there and start checking things off of your bucket list, because the truth is, we aren't promised tomorrow. And I saw so many people on this cruise who waited way too late to start trying to enjoy life. And you don't want to get that way. You want to be able to get there, be able to do what you want to do. Now, true, I had some setbacks, but it wasn't because of physical or mental issues that would slow me down. And we saw a lot of that. And believe me, I got more videos coming to talk about how we need to seize the moment. We need to plan to age on our terms, but then we got to start living. Because if we get stuck in the planning and we just keep waiting and waiting and waiting, you're going to end up like some of these people I'm going to share with you. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.